Hi guys, it's Wolver here, guys. Just letting you know, guys, that everything is coming along fine actually for this week. That's what I'm hearing, guys, and I'm hearing that actually right from the top. So hopefully, fingers crossed, guys, that we get the good news that you've been waiting actually this week. But it's all looking fine at the moment, guys. All right, take care, guys. Have a beautiful, beautiful weekend. Take care. Bye bye.
The current disclosure timeline does not include the need for emergency broadcast systems, or the lockdown scenario. So apparently the EBS is not going to be happening with the lockdown, but it's still going to be happening as an open EBS without forcing everybody to stay in their house for 2 weeks. Okay, but it's also good to have water and food supply just in case. So it's going to be more of an open EBS now, not a lockdown EBS. Okay. So with the Whiteheads in control, now that they are, thanks to Mr. T winning the White House, a more stabilized transition is now possible, allowing for an open flow of information without inducing panic. Okay, that's another thing that they wanted me to share with you guys, is that if they do lockdowns, it's going to induce panic. It's going to cause a lot of people not a lot of people, but those that are unawakened, it's, they might have a heart attack. Okay, so if they do without the lockdown, and yet they still reveal and disclose the information on a mass scale, as Mr. Elon Musk begins to buy out Fox, and I mentioned this before, he's in the process of buying out all the medias. They will be revealing all the information. Okay, so the era of restricted information, control narratives, and fear-based governance is now coming to an end. Okay, the Galactic Alliance, in coordination with the White Hat military, is executing a full-scale disclosure, okay, plan that will introduce humanity to its peace among the interstellar community in a controlled and responsible manner. So, Commander Valiant Thor's last remarks were this, okay, with the Galactic Alliance, as the Galactic Alliance continued to work from behind the scenes, guiding Earth's transition into the era of truth, unity, and advanced technological liberation, the final deadline set by the Syrian High Council, who is at the head of the Galactic Alliance. Again, they are the ones that are overseeing everything within our known universe, our local universe. So the deadline set by the Syrian High Council underscores the urgency of disclosure, okay? And failure to comply will result in extraterrestrial intervention, okay? So with the quarantine lifted, and it actually was lifted in 2016, coincidentally, that's when the Great Awakening began with the Anonymous and the Q movement, right? It all happened around 2015 when you guys think about it. Well, that's when Earth's quarantine was lifted, okay? That's when the Earth's quarantine was ended, okay? So with the quarantine lifted and open contact that is now imminent, humanity will stand at the precipice of a profound transformation, one that will deadline its place in the cosmos. No, I'm sorry, one that will redefine. I'm sorry, guys. I've been working all day. One that will redefine its place in the cosmos. So the White Hats must now act decisively, all right? They must act decisively, ensuring that the transition to full disclosure is executed smoothly, without delay, and in alignment with the greater cosmic plan. So now bringing it back to the Earth. Okay, so that was a message from Commander Valiant Thor. All right, they're putting fire. They're giving the White Hats a deadline. And so the White Hats have a lot of work to do, okay? Now, bringing it back to the Earth. What's going on the Earth? Okay, well, the DOJ Chief of Staff gives another update regarding the island files, revealing that over a week later, the review is still ongoing, and many documents remain unexamined. So that's still in process. And again, it is believed that one of the first things that they're going to reveal to the general public is this, okay? So while promising transparency, he does admit, and I'm talking about the DOJ Chief of Staff, he does admit he has no idea of what they will uncover, because those documents are still in examination, guys. He confirms that only the victims' names would be redacted. Now, Some people believe, I just want to throw this out there, but I'll let you guys decide. You know, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but some people believe that Jeffrey was a mole, that Jeffrey as well as Diddy were moles. Some people believe that. I'm not sure. I don't really have a clear answer to that, but some people are under the impression that Jeffrey and Diddy were moles, okay? But they were, since the beginning, they were actually working with the White Hats in order to incriminate a lot of these cabal politicians, you know, Hollywood elitists, and so on and so forth, okay? So I'll let you guys decide on that, but in the end, we are going to know the truth. We're going to know the truth that these two were moles, or if they were indeed bad people, okay? So the deep state cabal has apparently collapsed on all levels, okay? The purge is in full swing, right? Big changes are coming, especially now that the Galactic Alliance is putting more pressure on the White Hats, okay? They want Earth to be part of a galactic community by 2026, no later than 2027, which ironically corresponds with the ending of our current reality construct by no later than 2028. All right, so they want the full age, the golden age, to be here by 2026, 2027. They want that golden age, okay? And we want it too, guys. We want it too. So big changes are coming, all right? Big changes are coming to bring people into the higher consciousness of the fifth dimension and light advances. So the time in between was not wasted at all, okay? Prior actions were necessary to put everything into the right place, to bring our planet to a higher resonance frequency. That has been the primary goal of both the Galactic Alliance and the White Hats, okay? As it is happening today, and to encourage people to move forward. So the global mafia's battle against the light is definitely lost. They will have to answer for everything. No one will escape until justice is served. So no one will escape until justice is served. So the time for the victory is here. Okay, a monumental task awaits us to prevent the hidden cabal and their mafia networks from unleashing chaos when they are forced to accept defeat. In retrospect, a lot has been done in recent years. Life on Earth was seriously threatened until 2012, okay? And during that time, believe it or not, there was a lot of Galactic Federation of Worlds, as they were known then, before they reorganized into the Galactic Alliance. There was a lot of Galactic Federation of World intervention taking place, leading all the way up to 2012, okay? If you guys only knew what the Cabal was up to before 2012, since 2001, since what happened with the twins in September, they've been on this huge rampage on executing or initiating again a World War III. All right, but the Galactics have been on it, neutralizing and dismantling nuclear plants as well as missiles. Okay, so yeah, they've been interfering a lot on our behalf. Okay, so we wouldn't have made it to this point, is what I'm saying, if it wasn't for the intervention of the positive extraterrestrials. So apparently we've been receiving help, all right? We must make the changes ourselves now because this planet is going to be given to us. Upon the ascension, upon the first stages of the golden age, when some of the starseeds become activated with their superhuman abilities, they're literally going to be the new guardians of this Earth, okay? This Earth will no longer be under the jurisdiction of the Galactic Federation or the White Hats. It is going to be restored back to the Council. The ones that are going to be governing in the new Earth are the 144,000, the Christed individuals, the elect, those that carry the mark of the Christ, and you know who you are. All right, so we are going to be the new stewards of the Earth, okay? So there will be no more fear, right? There will be no more loss. There will be no more pain, no more suffering, okay? Planet Earth will become a peaceful world without problems, where everyone can relax now. Okay, rest assured, Galactic Jedi, our new era is just around the corner. I could already taste it. Okay, better things are coming. Okay, so historic moment. Okay, secret meetings reveal the desperate plot by the IMF and the Federal Reserve to stop the QFS Patriot Wealth Fund is real. Okay, The military raids that seized billions in stolen goods are about to be redistributed back to the people. So the prosperity programs, the redemption centers, even though the Cabal's trying to do everything to block that from happening, they're still going to be happening in full force. But again, the EBS is no longer going to be a lockdown anymore. It's going to be an open EBS now, okay? I just wanted to make that clear because people always ask me, are we still going to have an EBS, even though, you know, the white hats are in power? And the answer to that is yes, but it's not going to be, but without the lockdown. So we're still going to have an EBS, but without the lockdown. And it's going to be more of just revealing and disclosing information on a mass scale, okay? But without the lockdown. Grocery stores are still going to be open. Everything's still going to be open, okay? So the hidden war rages between the Patriots and the Cabals everywhere, not just in America, okay? Banks that have been controlled by the elites are no longer hiding their crimes, and you guys already know this, right? They're accelerating their last desperate attempts to maintain control before it all falls on them. So the final resistance of the banking elite is no longer an issue because as of March 2025, that's when the tipping point tipped over in the scales of power. It tipped over to the White Hats, and that includes sociological, political, and economical. Okay, so that scale tipped over to the White Hats. The global currency reset, also known as the GCR, is, even though it's been under attack, it's still in full swing, okay? Leaked information from February 28, 2025 reveals a secret meeting between the IMF officials, the International Monetary Fund, official staff of the Federal Reserve, and the major European banks. Their goal was to sabotage the GCR, okay, by manipulating the exchange rates and blocking access to redemption centers. Reports did confirm that over 4 trillion in stolen gold is hidden in Switzerland, the Vatican, and Antarctica, and they hope to wait long enough to reinforce their accumulated wealth and stay in power. But it's too late, guys, because as of March 1st, 2025, a whistleblower from the European Central Bank issued reminders that discuss the disclosure of redemption centers. No, that discuss the closure, of redemption centers. The Cabal knows that these centers circumvent their corrupt system, their responses. So false threats to security to justify its destruction is no longer an issue because the QFS is well and alive, okay? And by the way, did you guys know, I'm sure some of you guys already knew this, but one of the things that allowed the White Hats to be 10 steps ahead of the Cabal in this geopolitical war that's been going on from behind the scenes in the last century, but technically in the last few thousand years, if you read The Secret Government, it goes back to biblical times, is the fact that the Galactics gifted us with the quantum technology, okay? The quantum computers, the quantum technology, the quantum financial system was a gift to us from the Galactics. And really that's what set into motion the positive secret space programs, right? Positive secret space programs was the fact that we on the Earth, the good guys, now had access to quantum technology. And that's one of the reasons why we've been ahead of the Cabal, okay? So every transaction is now going to be registered under the QFS, right? Untouchable and encrypted. And also to make a clear distinction is that the QFS is not an artificial intelligence, and it's not going to be working with AI. It is a living quantum consciousness connected to the crystalline structure of planet Earth. That's another thing that Commander Valiant Thor wanted me to emphasize tonight is that the QFS has nothing to do with artificial intelligence, okay? It is an organic living intelligence. It is an organic living intelligence, okay? So their ability to steal via inflation, interest rates, and flat manipulation is now over because as of March 2nd, 2025, a U.S. Treasury insider leaked evidence that the Federal Reserve was trying to, again, block the QFS. And they know that their time is up, okay? So as of June 2025, coming up in about 3 months, so by June 2025, This is good news, guys, because a lot of people ask me, when is the QFS going to be fully activated? When are we going to be seeing the fall of fiat currency? Well, by June 2025, the transition will be complete and the elites will have already been collapsed completely, okay? It's only 3 months away, guys. 3 months away, okay? Massive military operations have been in progress since February 2025 and February 27. Elite forces raiding a Swiss banker, discovering massive air reserves stolen from the Cabal. And this was actually the largest legal wealth heist in history that happened in the last few months, okay? The alliance has now 90% of the gold reserves that they took from the Vatican, from Switzerland, and Antarctica. Okay, 90%. The Cabal only has 10 left. It's just a matter of time, I say before June, where that remaining 10% is no longer in the Cabal's hands. Okay, so the Patriots, the wealth is real, guys. The Patriots' wealth is real. Okay.
Forwarded from Breakfast with Tiffany. The Iraqi Minister of Finance is focusing on quickly sending the salary information for the month of February and the following months to settle according to the guidelines set by the federal court's ruling. The clause for the payment of the February salary has been revealed. Today, Saturday, March 8, 2025, Taif Sami, the Iraqi Minister of Finance, responded to a letter from Omar Soran, an Iraqi parliamentarian, stating that the salaries for the 12th month of the previous year have been sent to the Kurdistan region and the caretaker government has received them. What is the best time to eat sweets during the month of Ramadan? Majeed posted this on X. The latest currency issued by Venezuela is VES, and it is exchangeable for 0.015. 100 million note alert, for example, alert, would walk you out with 1.5 million. The exchange I did was on XE app. There might be some Wells Fargo branches that would accept it. You gotta call the foreign currency department of Wells Fargo and ask them. The latest currency issued by Venezuela is the Venezuelan Bolivar, VES Bolivar Soberano. VES Venezuelan Bolivar Soberano was introduced on October 1st, 2021 as part of a redenomination where 6 zeros were removed from the previous currency. VEF Venezuelan Bolivar Fuerte was used from 2008 to 2018, followed by VES, the first Bolivar Soberano, from 2018 to 2021, before the latest redenomination. $1 Venezuela dollar to 0.0155 USD. $1,548,800. Except the problem is, this was Venezuela. Someone posted this on, I can't remember. Can't remember where. Might have been on RV Highlights, Forbes. Venezuela Bolivar Soberano to United States dollar conversion last updated March 8, 2025, 1353. Result 0.015488 United States dollar. 1 VS equals 0.015488. 1 USD equals 64.566116 VES. And then this comment by Horse Girl and Pearls on X. There are currently sanctions from the US against Venezuela, so no banks here will exchange their currency yet. Remember, Marco Rubio seized Maduro's plane about a month ago. And then Bill Terry on X posted 7:16 a.m. 2025, 8th March. I just left the bank, and yes, there was a revolution of the VEN Bolivar. The new rate is 0.01546. There are still sanctions as well, but the rate has changed. It's time for Iraq, Vietnam, and the rest of them to get off their asses. KJ, did they exchange for you? Bill Terry, no exchange due to sanctions. I don't own this currency. I just wanted to know if it was true. So I posted a video months ago. If you remember the elections in Venezuela, the opposition won, and that corrupt Maduro, he stole the election. It's going to be interesting how they remove him. The Biden administration sent a request to Venezuela to send all their criminals to United States. The sooner they remove that evil person, the sooner the sanctions will be removed. The opposition, I don't know what his name is, but he's in exile. And Maduro is evil. Their people are suffering as much as the Iraqi people are suffering. Probably worse. Dollar prices steady in Baghdad, fall in herbal markets March 8/25. On Saturday, the exchange rates of the US dollar against the Iraqi dinar remained stable in Baghdad, while edging lower in herbal markets. According to a survey by Shafaq news agency, the dollar's rate held firm at the opening of Baghdad's Central Al-Khifa and Al-Harithia stock exchanges, settling at 148,350,000 dinars per $100. In exchange stores in Baghdad, the selling rate was 149,500 dinars for every $100, while the buying rate was 147,500 dinars. Herbal's selling price reached 148,000 dinars for every $100, and the buying price was 147,800. In my opinion, if I was an Iraqi citizen, I'd be really embarrassed. I'd be getting on a plane and paying $5 million for Trump's gold card. 147,800 per 100 US dollars. But it's nearly April. It's still nothing. Well, I guess we'll just have to wait. Sometimes the wait is longer because the blessing is bigger. We know that after thousands of years, humanity will be freed from slavery and matrix programming. If we just begin to understand what is involved and what needs to be done, if you have really been deep in the rabbit hole, you will understand why it can only be done step by step as it is. Even if it is still far too slow, I am glad that there has been any visible progress at all since 2020. I thought the world was as bad as it is. It is. But I thought we had no chance. Good thing I was wrong. Let go. Let God. Good night, Soul Tribe. With love, Kate Bono.